let us take a look at the number one game on the slate for your boy right here. Number 9, Oklahoma. According to the AP, according to the College Football Playoff Selection Committee, at Oklahoma State. Okay? Who is also ranked, I might add, in this game, since we're talking about ranked wins now. My God, this College Football Playoff Selection Committee. Oklahoma's open this week as a 5.5-point favorite. It's a funny number, but you understand after the way the game went against Kansas, where it's very Oklahoma-like, right? Number 1, you're giving up 38 to Kansas. Number 2, you ran the ball for damn near 300 yards and couldn't throw the ball to save your life. No matter what the weather was like, that's just not what we had in the cards for Oklahoma. This is also a very important game because it's played in Stillwater this year. The last time Oklahoma played in Stillwater, some guy named Lincoln Riley was head coach at Oklahoma. Oklahoma lost that game, and the next day, Lincoln Riley told everybody he was going to USC the very next day. So you got that, right? But on the football field this year, I'm excited, man. We got one of the best linebackers in the country in Danny Stutzman, 73 tackles. He's supposed to be okay, ready to go. And one of the best tailbacks in the country in Ollie Gordon, who has been just outstanding. A menace. 1,087 rush yards this year, 7.7 yards per clip, 10 TDs. That's in 8 games, guys. He's been a menace, though, for years. And this is the part where I was at the gym, right? We got American Airlines here. Those guys work out with me. I work out with them. We out in Owasso, we talking ball. And they're like, yo, that Ollie Gordon dude came out of nowhere. I said, the hell he did. That dude was down at Fort Worth at Euless tearing people a new behind because he's been this guy the whole time. Like, peak game here. You could talk about Ollie Gordon rushing for 978 and 8 TDs in 5 games against Big 12 opponents. You could do that. You could talk about him averaging 195.8 a game. Good God. An 8-yard clip. But what I would tell you to start talking about is him rushing for 2,000 yards as a junior in high school at Trinity. I would ask you to talk about him putting up 455 and 6 TDs on 49 carries against Allen. For those of y'all that are uninitiated with Texas high school football, Kyler Murray went to Allen. Allen is one of them teams that just runs the state of Texas, and this dude put over 450 on him, put damn near 500 on him, all right? Also, my man playing quarterback primarily, rushed for 2,500 yards, 35 TDs as quarterback. Again, primarily quarterback at Trinity. He's that guy, right? I'm excited to see what Ollie Gordon can do against an Oklahoma defense that I still think is pretty damn good, right? I know that they ain't looked that great basically since Texas, but you got to understand they got some pride to them, and they've got some outstanding players who know that number 0 is coming at them. But Mike Gundy, man, as much shade as I will throw Mike Gundy's way, and I will throw shade Mike Gundy's way, he has done a remarkable job of finding Ollie Gordons in everything he does. Tyler Wallace, remember him? That dude tearing people up. Justin Blackman, weeding the Blackman. My God. Dez Bryant. My God. Tatum Bell. I can keep going here, right? I can take it back to Chuba Hubbard, who was remarkable. And Ollie might be the best player that Mike Gundy has developed in the last 5 years. And I'm including Braylon Presley in that acknowledgement. Braylon understands, right? I'm really excited to see what they do against this dude that could jump 21.5 and has a vert of 45.5. Ollie Gordon, man, that dude's gonna be it. But he got to do it at Oklahoma State against Oklahoma, and that ain't no easy win. Like, let me break it down for y'all like a fraction. It's a Bedlam series, okay? It's a Bedlam series. It's a rivalry when you talk about an Oklahoma fan talking to an Oklahoma State fan. It ain't a rivalry nowhere else, all right? Mike Gundy, who has had at least a winning season, right? 17 years straight. 3-15 as head coach at Oklahoma State against my Oklahoma Sooners, 3-15. But take it back to the times when he was playing at Oklahoma State in the 1980s. He is 6-25-1 as both a player and assistant at Oklahoma State. Okay? That's just Mike Gundy. You know what it's been historically? Oklahoma has won 91 games against Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State has won 19 games against Oklahoma. All right? I understand that Mike Gundy said the Bedlam game is over because Oklahoma chose to lead the Big 12, period. To which I would say, ain't nobody happier about that than y'all. I mean, you could talk about Oklahoma going to the SEC and how you can't actually make this game happen. Or you could just talk about you don't want to play Oklahoma. Could be that. Could be that you schedule Savannah State. Could be that. Could be that you schedule Central Arkansas. Could be that all you got to do is pick up the phone, call Joe C, and say, hey, how do we get this game back on the schedule? Because Brent Venables already said, I'm not in control of whether or not we play Oklahoma State. If they do ask me, I'll tell them what I think. I'd love to play the game, but we're going to play the schedule that they put out in front of us. All I'm saying is, it don't sound like Oklahoma is running from a damn thing. It sounds like Oklahoma State don't want no parts of Oklahoma. And for the uninitiated, it is called the Sooner State. That is on the license plates down here, okay? Don't get it twisted. It ain't called Aggieville. It ain't called Farmers for Oklahoma. It's called land thieves. It's called, hey, we put a stake down here. If you think you can come get it, come get it. Let's load up the lever action. Let's go to work here, all right? That is what's at stake this weekend. I talk to the kiddos about this all the time, right? Because they know what I told you. It's not really a rivalry. They're used to seeing Oklahoma win this football game. But there was some real hate in this game, and it really comes and goes. It depends on the players. Mike Gundy told a story about being quarterback at Oklahoma State and seeing Brian Bosworth playing linebacker at Oklahoma. Brian Bosworth spitting in his face and him spitting in back in theirs. And then you got Mike Gundy taking a little bit, in the Mike Gundy direction, talking about, yeah, I'd go down Oklahoma City. I'd see those guys. And I have to take a look at Bosworth and see if he'd been taking, his vitamin C and maybe had a couple of beverages and whether or not I want to pick that fight. Hey, man, you're not alone. Not everybody wanted to fight with the Boz. But the Boz, hey, he got the kayfabe right here in the tweets. He said, let's do it. Meet me at the 50. We can talk about it. We can get at it. Man, I love this game. Do you know, of course you don't know because I'm about to tell you. Jimmy Johnson was the head coach at Oklahoma State when Barry Switzer was the head coach at Oklahoma. Yeah, that Jimmy Johnson. Fox's Jimmy Johnson. Dallas Cowboys Jimmy Johnson. Miami's Jimmy Johnson. And Barry Switzer used to whoop his ass. Whoop him upside and one down the other, right? Guess what happened when Jimmy went to Miami? He could not wait to play Oklahoma because he remembered getting his butt kicked in Stillwater. Love that. That's what you do with these, right? You got family on one side and you got family on the other. And we can't wait to fight each other on Saturday. And this being the last game on the schedule between these two teams for the foreseeable future, you ain't trying to go out with no L. You can't. You know why you can't? Because it's our lifetime. If it was going to happen years ago, cool. That was years ago. I wasn't part of that. But I'm in it. I'm 36 years old. I'm the dude that was walking around Oklahoma State looking to get a PhD in English, handing out L's to students who took them out of my hands, by the way. I didn't have to ask very long. You can find that video on the channel. I said, would you hold this? And they took a flag that had an L on it. Okay? That's what they did, not what I did to them. Okay? Then I got this job as I was getting ready to get that PhD in teaching English at some liberal arts school. But now you got me talking about college football. Ain't life just amazing? It really is. I'm going to pick Oklahoma to win Bedlam because obviously. But also, man, I understand if you feel some kind of wishy-washy way about this, right? Like if you were feeling comfortable about Oklahoma beating Oklahoma State 5 weeks ago, congratulations, that was the majority. If you are uncomfortable with Oklahoma beating Oklahoma State now, all right, I understand. It's not just that Oklahoma showed that it can take a loss. It's also that they got this dude, Ollie Gordon. It's also that they have decided that Alan Bowman ought to be the quarterback. And by the way, that's when the run game emerged. When Mike Gundy stopped playing Russian dolls with his quarterbacks, throwing his kiddo gunner out there, throwing, my goodness, Garrett Rangel out there, and now Alan Bowman. I'm always going, man, Alan Bowman is always the guy. Why are you playing musical chairs out there? And now that they got him, they in position to go get their 6th win, get bowl eligible over Oklahoma's dead body in Stillwater. You know what? Only thing that would be more embarrassing is if Oklahoma State put up the 1945 national championship banner inside of their stadium. Oh, damn, they did that, didn't they? Anyway, if you like what you've seen, consider subscribing to the #1 college football show on YouTube, the Fox Sports app, or wherever you get your podcast.